Science measures what's there. These 9 animals are what got returned. Greenland sharks are the longest-lived vertebrates known to science, confirmed by radiocarbon dating a bi-lens proteins tissue that forms at birth and accumulates carbon across the animal's entire lifespan. The oldest specimen sampled was estimated to be 512 years old, placing its birth around 1504. They reach sexual maturity at approximately 150 years of age. Greenland sharks swim at a sustained pace of roughly 1.6 kilometers per hour, the slowest recorded for any vertebrate. Their meat contains trimethylamine oxide, a cryoprotectant at depth, which gut bacteria convert to toxic trimethylamine. The meat must be fermented for months before it is safe to eat. Wandering albatrosses have a wingspan of up to 3.51 meters, the largest confirmed for any living bird. They hunt via dynamic soaring, exploiting wind gradients near the ocean surface to gain altitude and glide back down, extracting kinetic energy from the air rather than their muscles. A single foraging trip can cover more than 10,000 kilometers with fewer than a dozen wing beats. GPS tracking has confirmed that a juvenile may not return to land for more than a decade after its first flight. They sleep while in the air. Tardigrades are 8-legged microscopic animals, less than 1 millimeter long, found in every terrestrial and aquatic environment on Earth, from deep ocean sediments to Antarctic ice to the upper atmosphere. In unfavorable conditions they enter cryptobiosis, expelling nearly all body water, producing the sugar tritylose as a glass-like matrix, and reducing metabolism to below 0.01% of normal. In this state they survive temperatures from -273 degrees Celsius to 150 degrees Celsius, pressure 6 times that of the deepest ocean trench, the vacuum of open space, and radiation doses 1,000 times lethal to humans. The Bearsheet lunar lander, which crash-landed on the Moon in 2019, was carrying tardigrades in cryptobiosis. They are thought to have survived the impact. Blue whales are the largest animals known to have ever existed, reaching up to 33.5 meters and 190 tons, heavier than any dinosaur in the fossil record. Their hearts weigh approximately 600 kilograms and beat 4 to 8 times per minute at rest. Their low-frequency calls register at up to 188 decibels, louder than a jet engine at 100 meters, and propagate through ocean water for more than 1,600 kilometers. A blue whale calf is born at around 8 meters in length and gains approximately 90 kilograms per day during the nursing period, the fastest recorded growth rate for any mammal. Immortal jellyfish are the common name for Turritopsis dohrnii, the only known animal capable of reverting from sexual maturity to an immature state. Under starvation, injury, or at the end of a reproductive cycle, the adult medusa sinks, absorbs its own tentacles and bell, and transforms back into a cyst, then a polyp colony identical to its juvenile form, a process called transdifferentiation. It then matures again. The cycle has no known limit. No maximum lifespan for the species has been recorded. The mechanism involves complete reprogramming of differentiated cells to a stem cell-like state, which does not occur in any other known multicellular animal. Orchid mantises are predatory insects that mimic the structure and coloration of flower petals, with lobed legs in pink, white, and yellow. Controlled studies measuring pollinator visitation found that more insects land on a single orchid mantis than on actual flowers in the same area. The mantis does not need to move to hunt, prey approaches it. The mimicry triggers the landing response in insects with no previous exposure to orchid mantises. Color and form alone are sufficient to deceive. The mantis is a more effective lure than the flowers it imitates. Electric eels are a species of knifefish, not true eels, capable of generating electrical discharges of up to 860 volts from 3 specialized organs that occupy more than 80% of their body length. The discharge is used for navigation, communication, prey detection, and prey incapacitation. High-speed footage captured in 2016 documented a previously unrecorded defensive behavior. When threatened by a large wading animal, the electric eel lunges partially out of the water and presses its chin directly against the threat, delivering the full electrical discharge through direct contact rather than water conduction, concentrating the shock over a smaller area. Cheetahs are the fastest land animals, reaching 112 kilometers per hour in short bursts. Acceleration from rest to 96 km per hour takes approximately 3 seconds. During a full-speed stride, their feet contact the ground for roughly 12% of the stride cycle, the remaining 88% is aerial suspension. Their spine flexes and extends with each stride, functioning as an additional propulsive segment. A sprint rarely exceeds 400 meters, beyond this, overheating risk forces a stop. Cheetahs lose more than half of all kills to larger predators, lions, leopards, hyenas, before they can eat, and require up to 30 minutes to recover before feeding. Oarfish are the longest bony fish alive, confirmed at lengths exceeding 11 meters, with unverified accounts of specimens past 17 meters. They inhabit depths of 200 to 1,000 meters and are almost never observed alive. When surface conditions or illness forces them into shallow water, they wash ashore, events so rare and dramatic that oarfish strandings are considered the most likely real-world origin of sea serpent legends across multiple independent cultures. A correlation has been documented between mass oarfish strandings in Japan and subsequent seismic events, including events preceding the 2011 Tohoku earthquake. The mechanism, hypothesis to involve sensitivity to tectonic pressure changes at depth, remains unconfirmed. 9 facts that required multiple independent measurements to be believed. Tomorrow's animal is the one nobody talks about but probably should. This channel posts a new animal fact video every day. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.